The direct impact on pipeline has been tremendous. With Hyperbound, we were able to reduce the time to ramp for an SDR by more than 60%. Without that, we would not have hit our pipeline goals this year, let alone our revenue goals. My name is Stevie Case. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at Vanta. We help customers to earn and prove trust with other businesses. The investment with Hyperbound has been critical to our growth. At the end of last year, as a leadership team, we got together as we do every year, and the business is working really well. So we set extremely ambitious goals. That pipeline target was more than 70% greater than the year before. We needed to hire a lot of SDRs, a lot of AEs, and we needed them to really successfully outbound if we had any chance at hitting those targets. The reality quickly became that not only were we going to hire dozens and dozens of SDRs and AEs, we also had to hire a bunch of new managers. So the old model of having managers be the ones to coach new hires just wasn't going to work. We needed a more scalable way to onboard more quickly and to get them to a consistent level of quality. The main thing we were looking for was a solution that would give us the ability to scale really quickly and the ability to adapt fast. The reality for our team is that we are selling to very savvy buyers. So it takes a lot of practice for our team to be able to have credible conversations about security and about compliance. Before Hyperbound, our coaching was very manual.
We were getting in rooms and calling with reps, shadowing, or role-playing. With Hyperbound, we're not spending as much time repeating the exact same cold calls with people in a one-to-one way. I'm Zoya Sekelbacher. I am one of the senior managers here at Vanta on the SDR team. We're able to have a lot of the reps self-coach with Hyperbound. Obviously, we're still coaching, we're still coming over the top and things like that, but it's made it so that we can really scale that function of the business. I'm not the bottleneck. I'm not what's preventing the learnings or the insights. They're able to access those insights immediately. The SDRs are the face of the company. They are the first impression that we make with our prospects and even with customers. So it's really important to have them dialed into the messaging, speaking on brand before we just go out and send them into the wild.
What's unique in terms of this industry is that you're usually getting people, like this is what they went to school for. So these are people that have master's degrees, like PhDs, which goes to show how difficult this is to have an SDR, like go from the beginning into having a meaningful conversation with somebody that's been in this field for 10 plus years. My name is Willie Pearson. I've been leading sales dev for about 14 years. I would go into a company, take a team that was small and scrappy, somewhere about 10 to 15 reps, and scale it, very similar to what we did here at Vanta. We were trying to solve a pretty complex challenge of reducing ramp time inside of our organization. I'm very hesitant to dive all the way into all the AI programming that's going out there today because most overpromise and underdeliver. So I remember the first time I saw it, like, okay, if this worked, this would be great, but I don't think that it's actually going to work. Turns out it ended up working really well for us. Now, what I do believe AI could do is supercharge a human being, and that's where we are placing our focus and emphasis and why we're purchasing tools. After I got a chance to demo it for myself, we got a couple of SDRs that were able to demo it for themselves. I saw it out there at a couple of networking events as well, and watching people just interact with it and seeing how good people felt after using it. And candidly, some of the nerves that it calmed by being able to interact with something, somewhat of like prep work before jumping into like a real lifetime call, it became very clear to me that this is something that might be able to help us solve some of the challenges internally. The repetition and the reinforcement of the things that we've coached on, we've trained on, we've developed, like it's helped them understand product, how to talk to a persona, deal with objections, what to do to overcome like certain like phrases and talk tracks and things like that. It's been very helpful in terms of us getting folks to ramp faster, to get to much faster productivity, and we're seeing that in the numbers every day. Hyperbound has impacted more than $125 million in pipeline year over year for us. We weren't seeing reps actually perform and roll for 6 to 7 months, and it was painful for us. And so Hyperbound has been a helpful tool in helping us reduce that time from 7 months to 75 days.
Hyperbound has fundamentally changed the math within our organization and allowed us to scale. We ramp SDRs 60% faster. They get to opportunities more than 30% faster. You can draw a direct correlation to the amount of pipeline they are creating.
With Hyperbound, the speed is great. We're able to hire, ramp, and generate revenue as quickly as possible.
We grew from 38 to 120 reps in 16 months, and there's no way that we would have been able to do that successfully without Hyperbound.
We have hired dozens more SDRs, and we have trained them up on Hyperbound. So they are delivering tens of millions of dollars of pipeline that they would not have otherwise generated because of the success they are driving from Hyperbound. The place that I advise other CROs to start is with the simple things. Think about the math in your business and find tools that change the math. Find tools that make your team truly more effective. Work backwards from the change that needs to happen in your business, and then find tools that will really help you make that change. Tools like Hyperbound are a great example of AI that is here to make our humans better.